Hi, and welcome to Ann David's Inspiration today. And I'm talking today about how to be emotionally intelligent. How do you know that you're emotionally intelligent? One of the ways is that you are aware of your emotions, your feelings, and their impact on you and others. So, from today, please begin to seek to understand emotions. Why do you react in a particular way? What is your personality type? And that way, you can now align your personality type with what needs to be done so that it doesn't stand in the way of how you deal with your clients. So please understand your emotions, understand how your feelings impact the people around you. That is one way that you need to, you know that you're emotionally intelligent. The other way is that you pause. It's basically stopping to think before you speak and act. There are people that react and speak without thinking. They don't, take time to think what I'm about to say, how will it impact the person. So when you're emotionally intelligent, sometimes you're actually very slow to speak, but quick to pick what people say. The other thing about understanding or identifying your ability to be emotionally intelligent is when you strive to control your thoughts. Let me tell you, our thoughts can go wild and our thoughts can go crazy if we do not bring them to subjection. There are many times your thought wants to wander in self pity, anger, resentment, but you tell your mind, no, 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 you're going to think right. You're going to think the way I want you to think. So your thoughts are not in the control of other people. Someone said that you're a sum total of the thoughts that you think on a daily basis. And if you want to test this, just look at the people that think they'll never make it in life. Many times, actually, their thoughts become reality. Look at the people that believe that they can make it in life, no matter how much you try to discourage them. They say, I believe I will make it. Even though the situation looks grim, I know I will make it. When they keep thinking such thoughts, eventually these thoughts become actions, and these actions become their reality. So take care of the thoughts, take care of the kind of things that you think about. The other thing is that if you want to know you're emotionally intelligent, you benefit from criticism. There are people that do not like negative feedback. Unless if you're not a yes person, then you're not their friend. Then I don't think that's a very good quality, because if you surround yourself with yes people, how will you know when you make mistakes? How will you know when you're going wrong? And that is probably one of the biggest problems in most of the African nations today, where leaders surround themselves with yes people and nobody tells them you're wrong. Nobody tells them this is not right for the situation at hand. They are like, yes, yes. As long as you're benefiting, it's a yes. So I'd like to say one of the ways you need to know you're emotionally intelligent is when you benefit from criticism and you say, yes, I appreciate the wrong, or I appreciate the words you've told me, even though deep down you're wishing it would have been a positive statement that was made, but you actually appreciate the fact that this person has gathered the courage to tell you this was wrong. The other thing is you need to show authenticity. And this doesn't mean sharing everything about yourself to everyone, but basically it means that you have a particular set of values and principles above all else. In other words, what in today's world will ask, what's your brand? If people are asked what is it about that person, they will say, so and so is a person of integrity, so and so is a good person, so and so is compassionate, so and so is this and that. What is it that people would say about you? Of course, you know not everyone will appreciate you sharing your thoughts and feelings, and sometimes it's not possible to please everybody. So have some level of authenticity to yourself. Don't copy everybody. I discovered that we most of us, or generally speaking, most of us love to have some form of recognition, some form of respect from people, but sometimes you may not always be on the front line. Sometimes you could actually be doing a lot of work but in the background. So even if you're not this person that's on the camera, you're behind the scenes. Shine there, be authentic where you are. And our final one for today, demonstrate empathy. Put yourself in the shoes of the people you're dealing with on a daily basis. It's amazing that many times, especially in the customer service industries, and I'm talking about hospitals, I'm talking about hotels, schools, anywhere where mostly you're dealing with people on a daily basis directly, there's a lot of lack of empathy. whereby somebody is just talking. For example, in a hospital, you go, you're sick, and the person that you meet makes you feel worse than you were when you walked in to that place. I'm just using a hospital as an example. You can go to a restaurant, you are all excited to have a meal, and you go there and you almost lose your appetite because of the attitude of the waiter, or something just happens when you're there and you almost lose your appetite. So basically, I'm saying in the service industries, let us learn to be empathetic. Even in the education sector, we know there are teachers that have messed up the lives of kids because the only thing they can remember is telling the child, you're up to no good. You will never amount to become anything. We have read enough of those stories of teachers telling kids you'll never become anything. So let us learn in our service provision, in whatever we are doing, to exercise emotional intelligence and be empathetic to the people that we are dealing with. In summary, then, let's remember we need to pause. We need to pause and listen. We need to understand our personality type. And the third one, we said we need to learn to control our thoughts. Let's not allow our thoughts to wander in all directions. Let's learn from criticism. And finally, let's learn to empathize. And in that way, we will definitely be heading in the right direction as far as benefiting from emotional intelligence in our businesses is concerned. And that brings us to the end of our show today. Remember to subscribe, to share, and to like. Until we meet next time.